Yeah,
Good
start.
morning. Good morning, children.
Good morning, sir.
Good
Good
morning,
morning,
sir.
sir.
Yes. So, children, up to now we have completed how many chapters?
Three chapters. Three.
Yes. Up to now we have completed three chapters, and today we are gonna start our new chapter. That is nothing but fourth chapter. Can anyone say what is our new fourth chapter name?
Plasma membrane.
Yes, very good. Our fourth chapter name is plasma membrane. So, I have one question for you. As you know, how the water enters into the plants? Anyone? I like to ask Ashraf that can how the water enters into the plants?
By the stem.
Yes, very good. And also, can anyone say how the water enters into the plant?
By roots and stem.
Yes, very good. The water enters into the plant by the help of the roots. So I have one more question. Can there isn't any process by which it enters into the roots, or there is another process? If there is another process, can anyone say me what is that process? Anyone? Maheshwari, can you say?
Sir, can you please repeat it?
See, now Ashraf Sayyed told that the water can be entered through roots. So, it does simply enters by the roots, or there is another process by which it enters into the roots?
Any process?
Yes. Okay, no problem. If you don't know, I think so. So here, here you can see this is the diagram of the plant. Can you see?
Yes.
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 So here you can see this is the plant, and when this plant is there, here down you can see the roots, and there are the parts of the roots. As here you can see this is water, this is root hair, this is root hair cell, and this is sand. As you know, when the water enters into the plant, first the soil particles which are present over here, it will absorb the water, and when this soil particle absorbs, then it gives the water to the root hair. Here you can see it is giving the water to the root hair. So here the root hair helps the plant to give the water. So this happened because when there is a water movement from a higher concentration to the lower concentration. Why? Because when the water bodies comes from here, then there will be a higher concentration, and when it will goes to a lower like this lower root here, it will become into a lower concentration. So that's why it is known as osmosis. So today in our class we are going to learn about osmosis. So what is osmosis? Can anyone say? Anyone? Humaira Firdaus, can you say what is osmosis?
Sir, osmosis or OS.
Osmosis. OSMOSIS. Okay, no problem. Osmosis is nothing but it is the movement of water from a higher concentration to the lower concentration. So, yeah, for knowing this more better, for that we have to do an experiment. To do that experiment, some materials are required. The materials that are required for that experiment is nothing but we need two potatoes, which is peeled very good, and also it have to be peeled well, and then we need two jumbo glasses which have a large area, and we need two jumbo glasses, and also we need a little bit of salt, and also we need a two pins, like two pins we need. And then what are we gonna do is we have to take the two potatoes, we have to peel it with a sharp knife, and then what we're gonna do is we have to make a hollow in that. So what are we gonna do is we have to take a knife and we have to make a hollow shape in it. We have to cut it in the middle so that we can make a hole inside the potato. So here now we have to cut the hole into the pieces that we can make a hollow in that. So can you say what I am doing? Can anyone say? Anyone? What I am doing just now?
First, you have filled the
Filling the
potato and
potato.
have made a hole inside the potato.
Yes. Okay. Now what we did first, I told the material required. So can anyone say what are the materials required?
Potato. A
Yes.
potato peeler.
Yes.
Knife.
And knife and two jumbo glasses.
Jumbo glasses too.
And the first procedure of this is nothing but first we have to take a potato, raw potato, not boiled potato, raw potato, and we have to get it peeled. We have to remove its peel and then we have to make a hollow like this shape in between them in a cubical or a circular way. And now what are we gonna do? We are gonna do the same also for the second one. We have to again remove the peel of that and also we have to make a hollow shape in that also. So here in this also we have made the hollow shape. And now what are we gonna do is we have to take two jumbo glasses. We have to take two jumbo glasses. And what are we gonna do? In one we have to take salt solution water, and in another we have to take only normal tap water. So first we will take here water. What I am doing, I am pouring a little bit of water in it. Okay, and here also we need to take a little bit of water in it, as you can see. Now what are we gonna do is we have to add some salt in it. So when we add salt in it, we have to add some little bit of salt in it. Why? Because we need some solution. So that is salt solution. That's why we are adding. So now what I added in this? Can anyone say?
Yes,
Salt.
sir, salt.
Yes.
Sir, salt.
Yes, we had added salt and now we have to stir it well so that it can get easily dissolved in it. What I am doing, I am stirring. Okay. After we got stirred this, what are we gonna do? In this, we have to take only normal tap water. We have to not take a salt solution. In one salt solution, in another only tap water. Okay. Left side is my salt solution, and in my right hand it is normal tap water. And now what are we gonna do is in one here here the main step. This is the main step. What are we? In this there is a salt solution. So when this is a salt solution. So when we are taking a salt solution in a jumbo glass, in potato inside there should be normal water. When there is a salt solution in the jumbo glass, inside the potato there should be only normal water. Like now I will pour a normal water in the potato. See, now I have poured a normal water. Now I have poured normal water in it. As you can see, I have poured normal water, and up to the mark where I have poured the normal water, we have to make a mark. The like this. This is nothing but white color. White color ball pen says as this is the normal water. So now we are gonna put it with a pin at the mark. So here we have made a mark that up to this level we have kept our water. And now what are we gonna do this? Inside this potato, which water we have kept?
Normal water.
Yes, in
Inside
this
Salt
yes, in this we have kept salt solution water, and in the potato we kept only normal water. Now what are we gonna do? We will place this inside the glass, inside the jumbo glass. See, as you can see, we have kept it, and why we took a pin, because this is this help us where the water level is. Up to this mark, we have kept our water level. For that knowing, we have purged the pin, and then we will keep this aside. And in this, what are we gonna do? We will keep in this salt inside the potato. We are gonna keep salt solution, and outside we kept in this normal water now. So inside of potato, now we have to keep salt solution water. So that
Yes.
again, we will take some little bit of salt. See, we will take little bit of salt and we will get stirred it. Okay, now we will get stirred it. As you can see what I am doing. What I added in this water?
Salt.
Yes. After adding salt in this glass, we should stir it well. Why? Why we should stir? Because it can get dissolved and we need a salt solution water. See, I am stirring it well. Yes, now it happens stirred. And what are we gonna do now? Inside this hollow part, we are gonna keep this salt solution water, as you can see here. See, now I have poured the salt solution water inside this potato, and now we have to again put the pin. And this yellow ball pin says us this is a salt solution water, and white color pin will say us it is the normal water. And now at the level of which we have to place the pin in it. Okay, now we have placed the pin in it. This says that it is having a salt solution water, and now this water we have to keep it inside the this glass, jumbo glass. And what are the difference in these two means? In this, the inside the potato we kept normal water, and outside of the jumbo glass we have kept salt solution water. And in this glass, inside the potato we kept a salt solution water, and outside the glass we kept a normal water. So this is the difference between them. And now we have to leave it for the 1 hour, and we have to check what its results. So just keep it aside. And up to now we will come to know what are, again I am asking anyone, my Sri, that what do you mean by osmosis? My Sri, what do you mean by osmosis? Ashraf Sayyed, can you say what is osmosis? Anshara, can you say? Okay.
I think so. This
Osmo-
whole process is called osmosis.
Shall I say?
Say.
It is a water movement from lower concentration to high concentration.
No, the higher concentration to the lower concentration. Okay. Very good. The osmosis is nothing but the movement of water from a higher concentration to the lower concentration. So now we will also learn, is this osmosis is again divided into some parts? No, osmosis are not divided into any parts, but it have a different conditions in osmosis. Like they have 3 different conditions. That is nothing but hypertonic, isotonic, and hypotonic. What is hypertonic? As in the name, you can see hyper. Hyper means huge. And tonic. What, can anyone say what is tonic? Tonic means? Okay. Tonic means concentration. Hyper means high. Means high concentration. So here I will show you one diagram in which we get to know about. So here you can see this is hypertonic, this is isotonic, and this is hypotonic. So what is hypertonic? Hyper means, can anyone say what is hyper?
Means more.
Yes, hyper means huge, and tonic means concentration, means high concentration. In hypertonic, there will be high concentration outside of the cell. So here you can see, for example, Now this is salt solution water outside of the container, outside of the jumbo glass. So this having a higher concentration outside of the cell. So that why we can say that it is hypertonic. And here in this diagram you can see this is what. Can anyone say what is this? Middle blue color part. No, okay, no problem. The blue color part is nothing but vacuole. So can anyone say me the properties of vacuole or functions?
It
Mahesh, can you
stores
say?
liquids. It stores
Yes.
liquids.
Yes, the function are very good. The function of this vacuole is nothing but it store waste materials, water, and etc. It will store vacuole. In this process, in our osmosis, we have kept water, but the hypertonic there is huge concentration outside of the cell. So that why there is no high concentration inside the cell. No, so that why the vacuole size gets shrinked. It will not. It got shrinked. And whereas isotonic. What do you mean by isotonic? Can anyone say what do you mean by iso? Okay. Iso means same and tonic means concentration. So same concentration. So like here you can see, here the H2O is going and again the H2O is getting released. So means if the plant is taking H2O, again it will release H2O. So the same concentration is taking place. For example, suppose if the potato takes 10% of the water, then it will again release the 10% of the water. That is nothing but isotonic. The water go in or go out in a similar rate is known as isotonic. Did you understood? Hello, anyone? Did you understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Understood,
Yes.
sir.
understood.
And next we have last hypotonic. What do you mean by hypotonic? Can anyone say what is hypo? Okay, no problem. Hypo means less and tonic means concentration, means less concentration. So here less concentration is outside of the cell. So that why the vacuole is large. Why? Because water is inside the vacuole. So the size of the vacuole got larger. So that why it is having a high concentration inside the cell and lower concentration outside of the cell. That is the difference between hyper and hypo. In hyper, there is high concentration outside of the cell. In hypo, there is less concentration outside of the cell. That is nothing but hypertonic, hypotonic, and isotonic. These are the three different conditions in which osmosis take place. And after that complete, we will now do, we have done also one more activity. That is nothing but we have to take 2 beakers. Okay? We have to take 2 beakers. In that, one beaker should be some normal water and one beaker should be salt solution water. So we have to take little bit of salt. What I'm doing now, what I'm adding? Can anyone say what I'm adding?
Salt.
Yes, I'm adding salt and now we have to stir it well. So now it got stirred well. Now what are we gonna do? We have to keep this solution aside and we have to take this normal tap water and we have to add 5 to 6 kishmish. As you know kishmish, what is kishmish? We will eat in the morning sweet like kishmish. This kishmish are there. So this kishmish we are gonna add into it. 5 to 6 kishmish we are gonna add in the normal water. As you can see, we have added the normal kishmish in this and then we have to leave it for 1 hour. So after leaving it for 1 hour, what will happen to the kishmish means the kishmish get bulged. Why it will get bulged? Can anyone say?
It absorbs water.
Yes, very good. Yeah, excellent. It will get absorbs the water. Means the water pass through them. The water passes through the kishmish from inside the water passes. So when the water passes through the kishmish, it get bulge. And after that, after 1 hour, we will remove this kishmish. And then when we will compare this with a normal kishmish, then we can see the difference in them. That the swollen kishmish will be in the bulge form, but in the normal dry kishmish, it will be dried up. It will be shrinked. Why it will be? Why in the water it will be bulgy? Why in the normal it is shrink? Can anyone say? Okay, no problem. When the kishmish is inside the water, what will happen? The water passes through the kishmish. So when it will passes through the kishmish, it is known as endoosmosis. Means endo means inside. So the kishmish will go inside the water will go inside the kishmish and it takes the osmosis. So that's why it is known as endoosmosis. Why? Because water is passing through the kishmish. But when we will compare with the dry shrinked kishmish, we can see that there is no bulging form. Why? Because there is no passage of the water. There is no endoosmosis taking place. Only exoosmosis. That is nothing but outside. So there is no water passing through that. That's why it is known as exoosmosis. And now after when we keep it 1 hour, the results of the kishmish would be like this. See. Can you see how much bulged it is? See. And now we will compare it with the normal kishmish. 2 minutes. See, this is a normal kishmish. And see, this is the water we have taken as an experiment. Compare it. How much bulge it is and how shrinked it is. Can you see?
Yes.
Yes. So this is that is the difference between this and this. So now what we have kept our potato for 1 hour, but now in this time we cannot complete it. So that's why I have done this experiment before. So as you can see, this is the before only I have did the experiment. In that I will show how what has been happened. Once I will switch my camera and I will show you. Okay. I have kept a pin level. Here I kept it. But I have kept my water level at this pin mark. But after some time, the water level have gone down. You can see it went down and it came inside this what in the jumbo glass. See, I have told we have to keep the pin at the water level. In this potato, you can see that the water level has been decreased. See, you can see. See, the water is decreased. See, we kept our pin mark here, but water is some little bit down. Why? Where the water went? It went to the jumbo glass. Why? Because of the osmosis from the higher concentration to the lower concentration. And where? In another where we have taken the potato in the salt we have taken the potato. In this you can see from our we have kept water at this level and the water level has increased. See, we have kept the water at this level and water came a little bit up. So by that we can say that in the salt solution. So where will be the salt? That side water will come. So by this we can say that osmosis is taking place in it. So at last I will recap all what we have done today. What we have done means we have taken totally, we have learned about osmosis, how the osmosis take place, and we have did many two experiments on the osmosis. So that's all for the today's class, and tomorrow we will gonna learn about other plasma membrane and its function. Thank you, children.